name's Trailer, and today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about workers on Black Desert Online for the Xbox. Let's get straight into it. Okay, the first thing you need to know is you need energy and contribution to hire workers and to put them to work for you on nodes. So I'm going to explain a little bit about energy and contribution to you. If you look at the top left of your screen, you'll see a bunch of white numbers. The one in the middle next to the arm that's flexing is your energy. Energy is used to cycle through workers at towns at a work supervisor. The one next to that has a medallion looking symbol is your contribution. Your contribution is used to invest in nodes and invest in resources at that node, and also to invest in housing for lodging for your workers. Now, if you don't know anything about nodes or anything like that, if you pull your map open, nodes are pretty much just anywhere in the world that's a place for the most part. These are all nodes, and at these nodes there's resources at them, and you can hire workers out of towns here and out of Velia, for example, and you can send that worker to this node to collect this resource and to bring it back to your storage in Velia. Let's get right into hiring a worker. The first thing you need to know is that you get one free worker slot per town. After that, workers require lodging. If you pull open your map and you go into the town, you'll see all the houses you can purchase for contribution points. When you select a house, it brings up a menu showing you all the things you can turn that house into. You want to select lodging. As you see on the menu, this house has 2-star lodging, which allows me to get 2 more worker slots. Now we're ready to hire a worker. For this, we need to find a work supervisor. Pull open your map, press down on the D-pad, and you'll get a list of symbols. Hit right or left bumper to highlight the pickaxe, then right trigger to set a waypoint. This will take you right to the supervisor. There are 3 types of workers in Black Desert. You have goblin workers, you have giant workers, and you have human workers. Goblin workers have faster movement speed and work speed, but low stamina. Goblins are best used for nodes that are farther away from town. Giants have the slowest movement speed, but the biggest stamina pool, which allows them to work longer before needing to be fed. Giants are best used on very close nodes or in workshops. Then you have human workers. Human workers are all around average workers. Their stamina and movement speed is between both the goblins and the giants. Humans have higher luck than both goblins and giants, which makes them good for getting byproducts from nodes. You then have 5 levels of each worker: white naive workers, green workers, blue skilled workers, yellow professional workers, and orange artisan workers. When first starting out, never take a naive worker. They can't be promoted to the next level. Only take green human workers, and don't take any green goblins or green giants. Take any worker that's blue and up. Now that we know how to get lodging and know what workers we should look for, it's time to roll for a worker. Go over to the work supervisor and select contract workers. This costs 5 energy to see a random worker from naive to artisan. If you don't want the worker that gets rolled, you can re-roll for another 5 energy. You can continue to do this for as long as you have energy. Once you've found a worker that you want, press A to hire the worker. Make sure you have silver either on you or in that town's storage. Now that we've hired our worker, we need to put him to work on a node. Open the map, go over to the node you wish to invest in. Hit A on the node and go over to node management. This will work anywhere on the map if you have the value pack. If you don't have the value pack, you have to run to the node and talk to the node manager. You want to invest in contribution, then go to the bottom window and invest contribution into what resource you want to collect from the node. So now we have a new worker and we need to put him to work. So we go back to the map, wrong button, back to the map. We're going to go over to our node and we're going to go up to manage work. So now it brings up a list of all the workers that could possibly work out of the node. Alright? So we want to find our skilled goblin we just hired, which is right here. And we're going to hit A on him. You got to watch sometimes because in the Xbox it likes to pop back up and you'll accidentally hit the wrong worker and put him on the wrong job. I do it all the time. You hit A on him and you want to repeat setting. You hit Y, hit all, and confirm. Now let's get into promotions. A worker has a chance to take a promotion test every 10 levels, so he has a chance for promotion at level 10, level 20, and level 30. It's important to get your workers to at least level 20 before you take a promotion test because it increases your chances of passing. If a worker fails his first test at level 20, he can still take his second test. If the worker passes his test at level 20, quality and grade goes up to the next color, and his level is reset to level 1 along with all of his promotion chances. One thing I did forget to add, guys, is you're going to need beer to feed your workers. Beer or, I think it's bird meat. I use bird meat.
You'll eventually lose yourself.
But if you look here, type in beer, and we have beer right here. If you look at what it does, it recovers your workers stamina recovery by 2. You need to get this, and you need to feed workers, which I will show. I'll switch characters now and actually show you feeding workers and how to put them back on jobs once they've run out of stamina, if they've ran out of stamina on you, and all that. So here we are, guys. This is pretty much my feeding trough character for my workers. I keep all my stuff on this girl here to feed my workers. I can just switch to her and feed them at any point in time. That way I don't have to carry all that extra weight on my main characters. So the way you feed your workers, you hold left trigger down, you press up, you want to go down to the worker list down here, and it's going to tell you at the bottom there you can hit right trigger and A to recover all. You go ahead and do that. It's going to bring up this menu of what you have in your inventory to recover the stamina of those workers. Hit A to confirm, it takes them all, and then you just back out. And now if you got workers that aren't working, like I'm sure I do, like this guy, he ran out of stamina, he's not working anymore, so we hit right trigger and X to repeat all, and he goes right back to work. One thing to note, if you are trying to sell a worker or anything like that, see how these guys' stamina didn't fill up all the way? They're still down a little bit. If I was wanting to sell a worker, what I would do is I would hit A on this guy and feed him manually, confirm, and that will fill his bar all the way up. It won't take more food than it needs, so if your worker's missing 2 stamina and what you're feeding them has 3 stamina recovery, it won't take that last one. You have to actually manually do that. I'm guessing so it just doesn't waste product. That's all I have for today, guys. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. And in the near future, I'll be coming out with some guides on what nodes are most important to take per town. And until then, take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.